Could the Golden State Warriors be on the brink of a game-changing acquisition? Rumors are swirling that a dynamic player, known for his defensive prowess and playmaking ability, could soon be donning the blue and gold. Imagine him teaming up with Stephen Curry and Jimmy Butler to create an offensive juggernaut while solidifying the paint. This could be the move that propels us back to championship contention. If you're as excited as I am about the potential of this blockbuster trade, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like to stay in the loop with all the latest Warriors news. The Golden State Warriors are making some serious waves in the NBA, and if you're a fan like me, you're probably feeling a mix of excitement and anxiety about the future. Recent reports suggest a blockbuster three-team trade involving the Warriors, the Philadelphia 76ers, and the Atlanta Hawks, which could reshape the landscape of the league. The Warriors are eyeing Onyeka Okongwu, a young athletic center with defensive prowess, and honestly, this could be the missing piece they need for a deep playoff run. Let's break this down. The Warriors have been looking for that reliable big man, someone who can anchor the paint and protect the rim. With Jimmy Butler now on the roster, the team is in win-now mode, and adding Okongwu could elevate their defense significantly. He averages 12.6 points, 8.4 rebounds, and nearly a block per game, numbers that scream potential. Imagine him setting screens for Stephen Curry and rolling to the basket. That's a nightmare for opposing defenses. But here's where it gets complicated. The Warriors would have to give up some promising young talent in Trayce Jackson-Davis and Brandon Podziemski. I get it, these guys have shown flashes of brilliance, but when you're in a championship window, tough decisions need to be made. Are we willing to sacrifice potential for immediate impact? Honestly, I'm torn. It's always hard to part ways with young players who might blossom into stars, but if it leads us to another championship, is it worth it? For the 76ers, this trade seems like a necessary reset. Paul George has been plagued by injuries, and with both him and Joel Embiid missing significant time, the team's chances of success have plummeted. Moving on from George makes sense. They're getting Terrence Mann and Caris LeVert, along with 2 future first-round picks. That's a solid haul for a team looking to rebuild around a healthy Embiid and a promising Tyrese Maxey. They're in a tough spot, but this trade could give them the flexibility they desperately need. Now let's talk about the Hawks. They're bringing in Paul George to pair with Trae Young, which could be a game-changer. George's defensive skills could help mask some of Young's shortcomings, and if he stays healthy, this duo could be lethal. Adding Trayce Jackson-Davis to their roster also gives them a young big man who can contribute right away. This trade signals that the Hawks are committed to winning now, and it might just be the shakeup they needed to get back in the playoff hunt. But back to the Warriors. Bringing in a player like Okongwu could be the difference maker in a tight playoff race. The Western Conference is stacked, and with teams like the Thunder and Nuggets gearing up for a run, the Warriors need all the help they can get. Having a defensive anchor allows Draymond Green to focus more on his playmaking and less on protecting the rim. That's a huge advantage moving forward. Now, as a passionate fan, I can't help but feel a sense of urgency. Stephen Curry is not getting any younger, and every decision the front office makes needs to reflect that reality. We're in the twilight of the Curry era, and maximizing this window is crucial. The addition of Okongwu could be the final piece of the puzzle, but it also puts a spotlight on the front office's ability to evaluate talent and make bold moves. So, what do you think? Was this trade the best decision for the Warriors? Are we willing to part ways with young prospects for immediate success? I want to hear your opinions down below. Let's debate the future of our beloved team. This is a critical moment for the franchise, and your voice matters. The Golden State Warriors are eyeing a high-risk, high-reward trade that could change the landscape of the franchise as we know it. Reports suggest that the Warriors could be in play for none other than Kawhi Leonard of the Los Angeles Clippers this offseason. And let me tell you, this isn't just a casual rumor. There's real substance to these discussions, and as a die-hard Warriors fan, I can barely contain my excitement mixed with a little apprehension. According to Caleb Hightower from The Sporting News, the Clippers might be considering trading Leonard if his ongoing health issues persist. It's hard not to feel a tinge of sympathy for the Clippers and their fans, Leonard has been nothing short of a generational talent when healthy, but his injuries have raised many flags. The question is, can the Warriors afford to take that gamble? If they do, imagine the kind of firepower they could assemble. A big three of Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Kawhi Leonard could elevate this team back to the pinnacle of the NBA. Leonard is a two-time NBA Finals MVP, and his stats speak volumes: 24.3 points, 6.4 rebounds, 4.2 assists, and 1.6 steals per game during his tenure in Los Angeles. Those numbers are impressive. But the real magic happens when he steps onto the court in the playoffs. His defensive prowess is elite. Pairing him with Draymond Green and potentially Jimmy Butler, another defensive juggernaut, would create a nightmare for opposing offenses. Can you imagine the defensive schemes Steve Kerr could run with that trio? It's enough to make any fan's heart race. However, let's not sugarcoat this. Acquiring Kawhi Leonard comes with its share of risks. The reality is, he has played over 60 games just once since the 2019-2020 season. Injuries have sidelined him at crucial moments, affecting the Clippers' playoff runs significantly. So, do you think this is the best decision? Honestly, I'm torn between the exhilarating potential of adding such a superstar and the fear of his injury history looming over the franchise. To make a trade for Kawhi happen, the Warriors would likely need to part ways with Jonathan Kuminga, a young player who possesses immense upside. That's a tough pill to swallow for many of us. Kuminga is not just a promising talent, he embodies the spirit of this franchise, youthful, energetic, and bursting with potential. Would the opportunity to land Kawhi justify losing a player who could be a cornerstone for years to come? On top of that, the Warriors would have to throw in a collection of first-round picks and match salaries, which could mean moving other key players. The stakes are high. If the Warriors don't find themselves hoisting the Larry O'Brien Trophy by 2025, they may indeed feel pressured to roll the dice on Leonard. It's a classic case of go big or go home. If Leonard can stay healthy, he could help establish another dynasty in the Bay Area, but if he falters, it could set the franchise back for years. As a fan, I can't help but feel a mix of hope and caution. This kind of move could reshape the entire NBA landscape. The allure of a championship is intoxicating, and adding a player of Kawhi's caliber could be the key to unlocking that dream. But with every move comes consequences, and we as fans have to weigh the possibilities against the risks. So, what do you think? Should the Warriors go all in on Kawhi Leonard, or would it be wiser to build with the talent we already have? I want to hear your opinions down below. This is a pivotal moment for our franchise, and your voices matter. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to stay updated on all things Golden State Warriors. And remember, activate that notification bell to get all the latest updates. Let's keep this conversation going, Warriors fans.